Hey, welcome to Bookmaker. I'm Pat Williams. Brian Blessing in the house. We're going to talk the AFC Championship game. Mr. Blessing, this game opened New England 6.5. Quickly bet to the way of the Patriots 7.5 the total. Big move on the total, 48-50 in the hook.
And as always, when we talk about this, and sometimes you got to be careful not to get sucked in, but this is clearly a function of what everybody witnessed last. New England boat racing Denver. Ravens having some issues with the Texans, but getting by. The total to me is pretty intriguing. I'm totally on board with the move. The only caveat to that, do check the forecast. Foxborough can get pretty squirrely, but weather has not been an issue this entire year.
All right, let's talk about the Ravens first. The number 3 defense in the NFL, only allowing 16.6 points per game. They played very well against T.J. Yates, but they're not playing T.J. Yates on Sunday. They're playing Tom Brady, who might have it going as good as anybody in football right now.
Well, and I agree with you, Pat. I mean, but, every game is a snowflake. I mean, you've got a game plan. Basically, the Ravens, their deal was to try to contain Foster. He ripped off a couple of big runs, but they were stacking the box here. And Yates was going to get his opportunities against Johnson, and then they baited him at the end of the game, but their hand was forced. Yeah, you're absolutely right here. Now, I would look for the Ravens, totally different defensive scheme. I think they're going to be playing a lot of nickel and dime, saying, run it if you can. They're going to try to stop Brady, but you're going to bring up a new way the Patriots are running the ball, which was like, wow, to bring that up in the divisional round of the playoffs? Where was that all year?
Well, I mean, look, just when we thought that we seen all the tight end action we could handle from the Patriots, Brady walks into Belichick's office on Monday and says, hey, how else? What wrinkle? We need more Hernandez. It's like more cowbell in the video on Saturday night.
Nice.
More Hernandez. Okay, let's put him in the backfield, let him run. He almost rips off 100 yards.
How comfortable did he look doing it was the impressive thing. But from a size perspective, you get him in there, if you, for lack of a better term, you want to call him an H-back, but he ran the ball very, very effectively. Gronkowski's a beast. You're so concerned about a guy like Gronkowski that a journeyman like Branch can stretch the field and get you deep. The Patriots just keep coming at you. But the big story of this game is that New England's defense allows 400 yards a game. It's one thing to contain Tim Tebow. Okay, it was fun. Let's turn the page. Baltimore's got to use their brain here. Do what they do best. Ray Rice needs 25, 30 touches a game. Cam Cameron gets too cutesy with it. Then the heat falls on Flacco. Establish the run. You can shred this Patriots defense on the run. No matter what the score is, don't abandon the run.
All right, huge injury that we're going to follow all week. We got Ed Reed hurt his ankle late in that game versus the Texans, and they need Ed Reed to cover one of the other tight ends that's going to be running free down the field.
The one thing I'll just say, both of these teams are over teams, Pat, and if Reed's out, that's a big another little thing that might lean you towards the over. Think of the defense of the Ravens. They're 10-7 to the over. The Pats are 12-5 to the over. Should note, for future odds perspective, the Ravens are on the board at 6-1. They opened 12-1 to win the Super Bowl. Now, with the Packers out, the Pats are the odds-on favorite, 10-11 to win the Super Bowl. These are the bets within the bets that are going to skew the numbers because books around the world, bookmaker, may have some liability here, so it will have an impact on the number. But don't forget, you can go inside the game too.
Look, let's have some fun with this game. Live betting. Not only can you bet on the game spread and the total, but there's live action props that constantly update throughout the game. Live betting, I mean, another way to enjoy Bookmaker while the game is in progress.
It is as fast and as exciting as the game itself.